What is up, guys? It's your boy Traveezy here. I'm excited to be doing another 49ers video, guys. Gonna be talking about all the latest news, free agent signings, trades, everything San Francisco 49ers, and talking about what has been going on. I hope all of you guys, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, my reaction to Richard Sherman signing with the 49ers, that video is on my channel. You will find that in my recent uploads. But again, let's get into this, what's been going on recently. So we're going to talk about the 49ers signed Weston Richburg at center, the former center from the New York Giants, to a 5-year, $47.5 million contract. And I could not be more thrilled that we got this guy. Just a phenomenal signing. The 49ers, I believe they had to outbid several teams to get this guy, and it led to basically the 49ers trading one of their players that, I believe he had been the second longest tenured 49er in Daniel Kilgore. We ended up trading him to the Miami Dolphins, and we gave Miami a 7th round pick, and we got their 7th round pick. So essentially the trade with Kilgore, it was in a sense to get some salary out of the way so that, we would have some money. But I was reading that John Lynch said that the reason why the 49ers signed Kilgore to an extension was because they didn't know if they could get Weston Richburg in free agency. So, in that sense, you feel for Kilgore because of this nucleus that the 49ers have been building and him having been there so long. It's a bitter pill to swallow to have to leave at this time, right around when, we're starting to put the puzzle pieces back together. So I wish Daniel Kilgore all the best of luck in Miami. I got an interesting quote to read to you guys about about Daniel Kilgore from our head coach, Kyle Shanahan. So let me get right to that. He said, "This situation with Dan was one of the hardest things I've gone through as a coach," Kyle Shanahan said. "I've got the utmost respect for Dan. I think he's a good player, and he's an even better person. That's why this is so tough. But when we had an opportunity to add a center of Weston's caliber and improve our interior like that." So, just really getting into this quote, I mean, that's what makes this so tough, is Kilgore, phenomenal athlete, and even better person. I think character really goes a long way, because if you don't have good character, it's really going to be hard to have, all these guys on a team playing together for the same cause, the same goal, which is to win a Super Bowl, which, winning a Super Bowl is big. And I think a lot of these athletes, when they get paid big money, they don't want to put that effort in to grind. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I always like to say, you can't buy a Lombardi trophy no matter how rich you are. You can't buy a World Series trophy. These types of things, you got to work hard and you got to earn it. In other big news, guys, the 49ers signed a running back, Jerick McKinnon, from the Minnesota Vikings. I believe contract 4 years with $30 million, and on the contract, $11.5 million is guaranteed. So one of the things the 49ers have been doing this offseason is they've been giving contracts out that, work well for them and work well for the player. In the sense, how they work well for the 49ers is that if these players do not, play top caliber, then the 49ers are able to let them off the hook of the contract and basically get away without having to pay a bunch of money. So the thing that's fascinating, and we're going to tie back to baseball, is like when you sign a contract in baseball, no matter what, that money is fully guaranteed. So, the player's going to get all that money no matter what happens. So in NFL, it's a little different. So it's pretty nice in that sense that the 49ers, even with the Jimmy G contract, God forbid that something happens and he doesn't play up to his standard, we'll be able to get out of that contract, I believe, after 2 years or something like that. But, we're hoping that that's not really going to be an issue. But yeah, with Jerick McKinnon, one of the big things that the reason why Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch went after this guy is his playmaking ability, not just running the ball, but also able to catch the ball, being a receiver in a sense. I do think that Carlos Hyde, who went to the Cleveland Browns on a 3-year, $15 million deal, I don't think Carlos Hyde was the best, receiver, or playmaking abilities that Jerick McKinnon had. So McKinnon just has that style that Kyle Shanahan likes for his offense that he's trying to put together. And so I'm really juiced about this signing. I think is going to be phenomenal for our system. And one of the running backs that we had last year, if I remember his name correctly, what is it? I believe the running back's name was Bertha or something like that. Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. But he was an undrafted player that we had got last year, and really he had some nice runs and just was absolutely phenomenal. It would have been nice to get a Frank Gore reunion, but you know, Frank Gore is going up in age, and you know, for what we're trying to do right now, it wouldn't have been the best situation. But I am hopeful that Frank Gore does retire, 49er, signs maybe some type of one-day contract. But lately, the latest news on Frank Gore, guys, is he's nearing a deal to go to the Detroit Lions. So I'm really pumped for Gore that he's still trying to play and really pad those stats. And, you know, not that stats are really that big a deal, but, you know, it's going to be nice for him when he walks away from the game to look at all that he has accomplished and everything that's gone into that. Also, 49ers related news, guys, I do not believe they are going to be ticketed toward signing any other big name free agents. We do have about $33 million left in cap space, and I was reading that we're probably going to use that money to hold on to guys, re-sign players. And what the 49ers are really trying to do is find a way to compete in 2018 without, say, having the team not be so good in 2021, meaning, you know, we're trying to be able to build a young nucleus of players that we'll be able to re-sign, have them stay long-term, and just build, you know, a winning franchise. Like, this is the most exciting time that I can really recall since the Jim Harbaugh days. But right now, this has a just different feeling, and it's just so exciting. Like, we got the NFL draft coming up. We got the 9th pick. There's so much that we could do with that pick. If some quarterbacks get taken early in the draft, that's going to help the 49ers because we already have a quarterback. So a team might want to, say, trade up to our 9th pick, and then they can potentially be giving us a bunch of multiple picks that we could utilize, which is something John Lynch did last year's draft, if you guys remember, when we made a trade with the Bears. And, you know, it was a really good trade for us, really worked out well for us. So I'm just super excited, guys, of what's to come with the 49ers, and I hope all of you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about how they handled the Kilgore extension trade, the Richburg signing, Jerick McKinnon, Richard Sherman, getting the cornerback? So just lots and lots of big news coming out for your San Francisco 49ers right now. If you guys like this video, give it a comment, like, subscribe down below. More San Francisco 49er videos are going to be coming your way. I'll be talking latest trades, free agent signings, all the news. And as we get closer to the NFL draft, there will definitely be a lot more to talk about, a lot more to cover. And it's going to be really fun, exciting as this offseason continues. And we're just going to keep moving forward. Until next time, I'll see you guys again. Let's go 49ers! Yeah!